ISIS attack on Afghan rally a war crime, Sun says. The United Nations described a joint suicide bombing that killed 80 people in Afghanistan as a war crime, saying those responsible for the attack on a peaceful demonstration will be held accountable. ISIS claimed responsibility for the bombing in the capital Saturday. More than 260 people were wounded, according to Ismail Kawoosi, a spokesman for the Afghan Health Ministry. The United Nations Special Representative to Afghanistan Tadamichi Yamamoto held little back following the attack. An attack deliberately targeting a large, concentrated group of civilians amounts to a war crime. It is an attempt to spread terror amongst civilians and stifle the freedoms that Afghans have sacrificed so much to obtain, Yamamoto said in a statement. Read MoreThe U.S. And UK also condemned the attack, with the White House saying it was made all the more despicable by the fact that it targeted a peaceful demonstration. Photos. Kabul blast kills dozens before the deadly explosion. Thousands of minority Shiite Hazaras were demonstrating in Kabul on Saturday, July 23, demanding that a key power transmission line pass through their electricity-starved province. It was the second major protest over the issue this year. Hide Caption 1 of 11 photos. Kabul blast kills dozens. A banner in the colors of the Afghan flag is used to cover victims' blood after the deadly explosion. Hide Caption 2 of 11 photos. Kabul blast kills dozens. Caption 3 of 11 photos. Kabul blast kills dozens. An Afghan protester screams near the scene of the suicide attack. Hide Caption 4 of 11 photos. Kabul blast kills dozens. Afghan volunteers carry the bodies of victims. Hide Caption 5 of 11 photos. Kabul blast kills dozens. An injured boy is carried to a hospital. Hide Caption 6 of 11 photos. Kabul blast kills dozens. An injured man is moved in an ambulance after the explosion. Hide Caption 7 of 11 photos. Kabul blast kills dozens. A bloodied man, who carried dead and wounded, speaks on the phone at the site of the suicide attack. Hide Caption 8 of 11 photos. Kabul blast kills dozens. Sandals of Afghan protesters remain at the scene. Hide Caption 9 of 11 photos. Kabul blast kills dozens. Afghans help a man who was injured in the deadly explosion. Hide Caption 10 of 11 photos. Kabul blast kills dozens. Afghans look at property that belongs to the victims. Hide Caption 11 of 11 hundreds fled scene. I saw tens of people laying down in blood around me and hundreds of people running away from the scene, said Fatima Faizi, an Afghan freelance journalist. Sayed, 30, attended the protest but left before explosions. He was about 2 kilometers 1.2 miles away. As I was watching from his hotel and some people were running toward the scene and some were crying coming from the scene, he told CNN. It was a very sad situation, and everyone was trying to find their relatives or friends. The attack, the worst in months in terms of casualties, drew attention to ISIS instead of the Taliban, which had been blamed for recent bombings. Two ISIS fighters detonated their suicide belts among the protesters, according to ISIS media wing, Yama. A third attacker was killed by security forces before detonating his bomb, according to an Afghan security official speaking on condition of anonymity. CNN Map. CNN-mapbox height: 0 padding bottom: 56. 25% position: relative width: 100%. cnn-mapbox-canvas bottom: 0 cursor: default position: absolute top: 0 width: 100%. cnn-mapbox. Leaflet-marker-icon cursor: default minority target. Jihadist terrorist group has been stepping up attacks worldwide, and most recently in Afghanistan, while losing territory in its self-proclaimed caliphate in Iraq and Syria. The blast in Kabul happened during a demonstration by members of the Hazara, the Shiite minority group, near the Afghan Parliament building and Kabul University. Declaring the National Day of Mourning, Afghanistan President Ashraf Ghani ordered flags in the nation to be flown at half-staff. Accounting for up to 1/5 of Afghanistan's population, Hazaras, a Persian-speaking people who mainly live in central Afghanistan, have long been branded outsiders for their Shia faith and far Asian features in the country dominated by followers of the Sunni branch of Islam, according to a 2008 National Geographic article. Uptick in violence. Kidnapping. The attack is the latest in a rash of kidnappings and bombings in Kabul, which have heightened security fears in the nation's capital. The Taliban have claimed responsibility for other attacks. 3 weeks ago, 2 Taliban suicide bombers killed 34 people when they attacked a convoy of buses carrying newly graduated police officers in Kabul. On June 20 in the Afghan capital, the suicide bomber killed 14 Nepali security contractors who worked for the Canadian Embassy, U.S. and other diplomats were barred from traveling by road the short distance from the city's international airport to their diplomatic missions. Instead, they were ferried by helicopter. Just watch Taliban attack kills dozens in Kabul. Replay more videos. Must watch Taliban attack kills dozens in Kabul. 0-49 Just watch Who are the Taliban in 2016? Replay more videos. Must watch 35 videos. Who are the Taliban in 2016? Obama. More troops will remain in Afghanistan. Leaving Afghanistan, Obama's options amid turmoil. Sees defectors in Afghanistan. Taliban claim deadly blast in Kabul. Suicide attack near U.S. Embassy in Afghanistan. Afghanistan bombing victims identified. Should we still be worried about the Taliban? MSF. U.S. remains responsible for strike on hospital. Doctors Without Borders. Hospital attack. The war crime. Rand Paul. No reason for U.S. to be in Afghanistan wholly is Kunduz important to the Taliban's resurgence? Their attacks killed at least 19 that Afghanistan hospital-Hide workers killed in U.S. airstrike. U.S. joins fight to retake fallen Afghan city. Afghan forces battle Taliban in Kunduz. Taliban blamed for wave of attacks in Afghanistan. Afghanistan government to resume peace talks with Taliban. 3 Americans killed in Kabul. Haiti attack. Leader of the Taliban is dead. Suicide car bomber strikes Kabul airport. Explosion in Afghan Parliament. Attack on U.S. military base in Afghanistan. Taliban claims responsibility of Afghan Parliament attack. Explosion. Gunfire outside Afghan Parliament. Former Afghan President Hamid Karzai backs Taliban talks. Sees motorbike bomber kills 33 at bank in Afghanistan. Last remaining American troops in Afghanistan. U.S. service member killed in Afghanistan. Obama. We will maintain Afghanistan troop level as the video reveals ISIS recruiting in Afghanistan. Expert. U.S. will stay in Afghanistan past 2016. Afghanistan's security remains a concern. CNN goes to Afghanistan with Chuck Hagel. We owe U.S. fallen soldiers a profound debt. Meanwhile, the 14-year war against the Taliban in the countryside is as bloody as ever. While the Taliban is the dominant insurgent force in the Central Asia country, ISIS has been establishing a presence. U.S. President Barack Obama announced on July 6 that he would slow the planned drawdown of the 9,800 troops supporting the Afghan country because of the precarious security situation, including the emerging threat from ISIS. In the last 18 months, 38 Americans, civilian and military, have died in the country. CNN's Steve Visser reported from Atlanta and CNN's Masood Popalzai reported from Kabul.